everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And what a boost for New Zealand Rugby with the news that Beauden Barrett has officially re-signed with the All Blacks, as well as the Blues rather, for another 4 years up until 2027 Rugby World Cup. In some of the best news the All Blacks have had all year, really, because they've lost a lot of players at the back of this World Cup, and there's definitely going to be a bit of a changing of the guard. And it seemed as if Beauden Barrett, who has basically been playing for the All Blacks for the better part of 11 years, since about 19 or 20 years old, 119 caps, was going to be part of that sort of exodus. But news was confirmed yesterday that he is not finished with the All Blacks and he will be returning next year. So before we talk about exactly what this means exactly and how this has all come about, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, so Beauden Barrett has officially taken up a contract with the Toyota Blitz for the next domestic season. And as a result of the New Zealand selection policy, as soon as you play outside New Zealand and you don't have a contract with a New Zealand side, you are no longer eligible for selection for the All Blacks. So he did take a slight short sabbatical. He played for Santo Goliath back in 2021, and he's playing for the Blitz this season. However, it is confirmed today that he has signed a new deal with both New Zealand Rugby as well as the Blues until 2027, which means after this season of Japanese Top League Rugby, he will return to New Zealand where he will be eligible to represent the All Blacks, and he will then return to the Blues for the 2025 season. And in terms of how significant this is, I mean, if you think about some of the players that the All Blacks have sort of lost, you know, your Dan Coles, your Aaron Smiths, your Sam Whitelock, you know, to lose Beauden Barrett in that same sort of breath as well, in a time where, really enough, New Zealand, who have never really struggled with depth at fly half, don't seem to have a lot of fly halves coming through at the same sort of level as your Beauden Barretts, Richie Mo'unga, and Damien McKenzie. So the fact that Richie Mo'unga is now, you know, he has left permanently, he has finished, and is playing, and at this stage will not be making a return, means that they've got a bit of a stopgap now. And what's amazing for me is you look at, you know, it's over 700 international points, over 119 games. That Beauden Barrett is still only 32 years old. So this will take him up to about playing in about 36, which is not even that old. Yeah, probably on the older side. But I think he's the perfect type of player that they need right now to sort of see through the next generation. Personally, I think that this could be the sort of the next few years could be the time of Damien McKenzie, who is 28 years old, really coming to the peak of his powers, return back to New Zealand. And I think that he'll be really pushing to be that All Black starting fly half when Razor does take over next year. But they are going to then have a little bit of depth in the likes of Beauden Barrett. So in terms of who said what, let's go have a look, shall we? So this is what Beauden Barrett said when he did, when the decision was announced. He said, "It's a huge privilege to put on the All Black jersey, and one I will never take for granted. I'm still really passionate about playing alongside my brother Scott and Geordie for Coastal, Taranaki, all the All Blacks. So looking forward to adding value to where I can return from Japan. I'm also grateful for continued support from Taranaki, the Blues, and New Zealand Rugby." In terms of what New Zealand Chief Executive Mark Robertson had to say, he said, "Beauden is not just an exceptional player, but also an outstanding leader on and off the field. His return is a testament to the strength and appeal of our rugby environment. It's great to have him return next year and be eligible to continue his career with the All Blacks while also lining up for the Blues the following year, contributing to the ongoing success of rugby in New Zealand." Scott Robertson, who I'm sure must have had quite a lot of conversation about Beauden Barrett and about whether he was in his plans, saying, "Beauden brings an enormous amount of class to the table. He is the second most capped All Black in history, and for a reason, and to have his knowledge and experience in our game is a reflection of his loyalty." Speaking from the Blues perspective, Andrew Horse said, "Beauden is a wonderful to have at the Blues. He's one of rugby's good people and treats everyone with respect. He's been a key driver for many of our social projects and community work over the last few years, such as our COVID and flood response, and as someone who's prepared to share his views in the team environment for the greater good. Any contract extension is when we reflect on a player's time at the club, and in finalising this contract, it gave the Blues and Beauden the opportunity to review where we've come from and commit to the vision we have for the team and club. We know Beauden feels he has unfinished business here at the Blues, and we're confident he'll come back with a fire in his belly to take the club forward on and off the field." So yeah, I mean, he really is, though, to be fair. He's always been a very, the ultimate professional, very rarely any controversy surrounding him, always playing some brilliant rugby. He's a two-time World Player of the Year. one of the best players to have ever done it. Played a couple of competitions for the Sevens, for example. He's just brilliant. He's world class. And yeah, I do think that's a very big boost. Whilst I think it is a very new generation, a new era for the All Blacks, I don't think having Beauden Barrett around is ever going to be a bad thing. But let me know. What do you think? Down in the comments below. Is this a good move, a bad move? Is he still got years in the bank? Or do you think that his time in career should have come to an end now and that he might not be warranted to be in the squad next year? Let me know down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.